Oh, listen, I don't doubt that Donald Trump is going to scream and yell and curse and insult and probably cry and whine some as well. When Donald gets scared, when he gets angry, when he's threatened, he begins yelling, he begins screaming, he begins often cursing, and he begins trying to be a bully. I mean, we've seen a pattern with Donald. When he gets scared, when he gets rattled, he reacts by yelling, by screaming, often by cursing, and by attacking whoever he can, insulting whoever he can, and trying to bully people. You know, Donald, when he's upset, he insults, he ridicules, he attacks your wife. He goes into the gutter immediately. I wake up every day and laugh at the latest thing Donald has tweeted because he's losing it. Look, we need a commander-in-chief, not a Twitterer-in-chief. We need someone with judgment and the temperament to keep this country safe. I don't know anyone who would be comfortable with someone who behaves this way having his finger on the button. I mean, we're liable to wake up one morning and Donald, if he were president, would have nuked Denmark. We need a president who is fighting for the people of America and not battling his personal demons on Twitter. The conduct of Donald Trump is unbefitting the President of the United States, and these stakes are serious. I believe his conduct in this campaign is convincing millions of Americans that this man would be an embarrassment as president. Donald Trump has been part of the Washington corruption for 40 years. The fact that Donald seems terrified to release his taxes suggests that there's a bombshell there. And it's natural to wonder, well, what is it that he's hiding in his taxes? Well, if you're worried about corruption in Washington, I'm not sure putting him in the White House is the best solution to that. Donald Trump, like Hillary Clinton, is a rich New York liberal. There have been multiple media reports about Donald's business dealings with the mob, with the mafia. Maybe his taxes show those businesses are a lot more extensive than has been reported. ABC, CNN, multiple news reports have reported about his business dealings with, for example, S&A Construction, which was owned by Fat Tony Salerno, who is a mobster who is in jail. It is owned by two of the major New York crime families. Donald seems to think he's Michael Corleone, that if any voter, if any delegate doesn't support Donald Trump, then he's just going to bully him and threaten him. You know, I don't know if the next thing we're going to see is voters or delegates waking up with horses' heads in their bed. And we don't want a president who, for 4 or 8 years, we pick up the newspaper every day and read about the latest disaster. Donald is a unique individual. I will say I was watching the early part of the show, and if I were in my car and getting ready to reverse and saw Donald in the backup camera, I'm not confident which pedal I put. When it comes to the tactics in this campaign, I will say it is very, very troubling to see Donald Trump and his campaign inciting violence and threatening the voters. When Donald Trump himself stands up and says, if I'm not the nominee, there will be rioting in the streets. Well, you know what? Saul Alinsky was laughing in his grave watching Donald Trump incite violence. I'm going to tell you what I really think of Donald Trump. This man is a pathological liar. He doesn't know the difference between truth and lies. He lies practically every word that comes out of his mouth. Whatever he does, he accuses everyone else of doing. The man cannot tell the truth, but he combines it with being a narcissist. A narcissist at a level I don't think this country's ever seen. If you hooked him up to a lie detector test, he could say one thing in the morning, one thing at noon, and one thing in the evening, all contradictory, and he'd pass the lie detector test each time. Whatever lie he's telling at that minute, he believes it. The man is utterly amoral. Morality does not exist for him. Last night, Donald threatened my wife. He went directly after my wife. It reveals a lot about character. It reveals a lot about class, that Donald's instinct is to try to attack my wife. Donald Trump alleges that my dad was involved in assassinating JFK. Now, let's be clear. This is nuts. I'm not going to get into criticizing or attacking Donald Trump, but I'll just give you this response. I am not in the habit
of supporting people who attack my wife and attack my father. If you go and slander and attack Heidi, that I'm going to nonetheless come like a servile puppy dog and say thank you very much for maligning my wife and maligning my father.